And hello again, everyone. Welcome into this week's edition of Jacket Corner here on TV 24. I'm Mickey Shadricks. Well, last Friday night, it wasn't a happy homecoming, at least on the football field, as Benjamin Russell came in and defeated Oxford by a final score of 27-7 in a region matchup last Friday night. Joined now by Oxford head coach Ryan Herring. And, Coach, we knew this would be a tough homecoming opponent for you. Not going to be accused of scheduling a cupcake on homecoming this year. Benjamin Russell is about as good a football team as you could have played. But for the most part, you're very competitive with this team, a senior team, a lot of talent on this Ben Russell team, but just came up on the short end of the stick.
Well, we knew it was going to be a challenge to stop the quarterback. He's the best player in the region, and he's done it every week. And, we knew we had to stop him, and we did a pretty good job of neutralizing him until about that third quarter. Then he broke free, I think, second play of the third quarter and went about 80 yards, and that kind of hurt us. But I was proud of the defense. I thought they played hard, unselfish, ran to the ball, played physical, and offensively we just let a couple of chances slip out of our hands.
I know the record isn't what you want, and I know the results Friday night are not what you wanted, but when you're having the kind of season that you're having with so much youth and so much inexperience, you're not backing up. I mean, these kids are playing hard every Friday night. You got to be pleased with some of that stuff that you're seeing, despite the fact that you're coming up on the losing end.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to say this, but right now I'm extremely proud of our football players, especially the young ones. You're talking about 9th and 10th graders that are having to play against these seniors from Ben Russell and Opelika and Gadsden City. Our schedule is a tough schedule. It's probably one of the toughest schedules I've ever been a part of. And having to face it with a lot of young kids is tough. And, their bodies aren't used to it. They're young. Seniors, it's different. When you're senior loaded, the schedule really it doesn't bother you as much. But when you're young, you got a lot of young kids playing this type of schedule. It's tough. So I have nothing but respect for our football players.
Talk about the homecoming aspect. Were you pleased with how your team handled all that and the potential distractions throughout the week?
Yeah, I thought we handled it 10 times better than we did last year. We won the game last year on homecoming, but I just felt like the players were a lot more mature and took care of themselves a lot better than what they did last year. So I was very happy with that.
All right, we'll take a break, come back with highlights of Oxford and Benjamin Russell. First half highlights from last Friday night's game as we continue in the Jacket Corner. And let's head out to Lamar Field. There you see the Yellow Jackets coming onto the field for homecoming, playing host to Benjamin Russell.
Well, right there, we've got 3 guys hemmed him up in the backfield, and he still got 11 yards. Right there, we get 3 guys will make a tackle. He is an athlete and a real good one right there. They run a buck sweep, and gosh, we get both backers out there. People spill it. Just a nice football play. We stop them, make them go for a field goal. Hold them right there. Very proud of the defense. I mean, I almost brought tears to my eyes seeing how hard the kids were playing. It was very fun to watch as a football coach. Good job right there by Brody getting the ball out. Jacoby right there getting us about 10 yards. Brody's arm is about as strong as they get, and he's just a sophomore. Look at there right there, just on a rollout, hits him again. Great job. I mean, great job. Right here we got 4th and inches, and we don't do a good job blocking. I mean, there's really nowhere for Franks to run the ball. We just got to block better. Here we are. Oh, I thought we had a sack in the backfield right there.
Most quarterbacks you do.
Yeah, that's usually going to be a sack, and I don't question how hard we're playing. Right there we messed up. We got to go off the edge, got to take the back. And he's worried about the quarterback instead of doing his job. But that's just part of growing up and getting better. Right here it's 4th down and 2, and who else gets it but the quarterback on a bootleg, And, even if we were sitting there ready for it, it's just hard to tackle the guy one-on-one. If I was out there, we'd be having the same problems. Mm-hmm. Another good job by Brody, throwing it to Jacoby right there. Quick game out here, getting to a ring. Good job blocking on the perimeter by the receivers. Here we are, bad snap. Those kill you right there. Those are drive killers. Here they go. They put a little wrinkle in on us. They run a lot of option in the last couple of weeks. They ran a little option bend back right there and hit us for about 8 yards. Right here, we're playing it good. Got to get off block, getting held, but we still got to get off blocks, got to get downhill. And there he is, quarterback. We know he's going to get it. We're yelling. He's a hard one to stop. Good job right here by Ronnie Isaac, making a play right here, holding to a field goal. You know, once again, the defense bowed up. I mean, that was just a great job by those guys. You're talking about a lot of sophomores out there. End up playing a freshman also out there Friday night, and several juniors. So real proud of those guys because they're playing against a good Ben Russell team. Right here, we have a bad snap, but he gets it off, and the ball hits one of our guys' helmets. And one of the referees, that's about 95 years old, thinks that they blocked it, and it should have been a roughing the punter. So Ben Russell catches a break right here. They get the ball in great field position. But once again, the defense bows up. We miss him right here. But we end up tackling finally. I think he trips or slides. But the defense again bows up, keeps him out of the end zone. So, you know, not happy with the score, but really happy with the defensive performance in the first half.
Incredible the number of stops in the red zone there, forcing field goal attempts. 13-0 the halftime score, but obviously it could have been worse without the defensive effort, especially while they were in scoring position. A lot of defensive highlights in that first half, and you know, when you've got a quarterback that can do that, you can cover everything else. Kind of like, you know, Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks in the Monday Night Football game. You know, Detroit had everything covered. And then Russell Wilson, basically a one-man wrecking crew, similar to what you faced last Friday night.
It's almost like improv. Every play is just improv. He gets the ball, and it may be supposed to be a counter, or it may be supposed to be a quick screen. But next thing you know, he just decides to run it over there, and that Danny Horn's a genius.
All right. Well, again, a valiant defensive effort in the first half, keeping things close. We've got second half highlights coming up. But as we go to break, let's listen in to the Sound of Champions, the Oxford High School Marching Band, and their homecoming performance from last Friday night. And we're back on the Jacket Corner. Second half begins. Benjamin Russell with the football coach, and they break you for a big play here.
There he is right there. We talked about it at halftime. We got to just stop him. And second play of the third quarter, there he goes, little Q power read, and just kind of messed up the defensive end. And all we had to do was spill it, and we didn't do it. But, you know, those things happen. Good job right there, throw and catch with Brody and Q Mason. Here's a little speed option right here. Brody gets some tough yards, ended up getting about 4 or 5 yards right there. Here they are with the counter. Good job by everybody. All of a sudden you look and see, and the running back doesn't have the ball. They ran running back counter, and he just didn't give it to him, and he sat there a second. I don't know what happened, and he kept it right here. They're going to throw a tunnel screen, and he just decides not to throw it and gets him about 10 more. Here's the counter, and they do run it, and we don't get out there. Our play side backer didn't get out there quick enough, but we spilled it pretty good. Here's a little bend back with the quarterback again, and we had him in the backfield and then lost him, ended up tackling him. I don't know if he had Vaseline or what on, but he was hard to bring down. And right here, we just don't do a good job right there. You know, I think people are starting to worry about the quarterback so much and not doing their job. Right there, we had him in the backfield 2 yards deep and just don't lock up. But you know how it is when one guy's killing you. I mean, that's, you know, everybody's thinking they got to stop him, but you still got to do your job. There's a quick little bubble screen out there to Q Mason again. Good throw by Brody. Here's a nice play right here to Hareem Averett. They missed time it, and there he is, catches it, and takes it all the way. I think that's an 82-yard touchdown. And Hareem once Hareem's got the ball in his hands, he runs pretty good. Here's Brody airing it out on a replay. I think the safety comes over and missed times, and there's Hareem to make a great play. Good hustle right there by Justin.
Big play. You needed that, Coach.
Yeah, that was a big play spark we needed right there. So it gave us a little life. We got to come out and play some defense. There's a quarterback again. That time we overran him with a linebacker. Here's the counter play right here. Kind of blocked us up pretty good right there. We just didn't get off blocks, didn't get it spilled, and they just kind of whipped us on that play. Here's a buck sweep again. Just not getting downhill with the backside backer right there. Got to get that fixed before this Friday. Right here, there he is again. We got 2 guys for him, and somehow he just makes it look like he's a magician out there. Good job by Desmond Cooley running down, making a tackle right there. They get in a wishbone. Somebody puts their hat on the ball, and little Titus Lindsey gets it. And I thought he was going to go take it all the way home, and then number 10 knocked him out of bounds. But real proud of him coming in and playing because Ronnie Isaac tweaked his knee a little bit, so Titus had to come in and play. So I'm real proud of Titus. Quick screen again right here. Good job by Hareem right there getting the ball and getting it upfield. Good job blocking downfield, and that's the ball game.
And there you see the final score. Ben Russell wins on Friday night against the Oxford Yellow Jackets 27-7. Coach, with the kids working so hard, playing so hard, and not getting that Friday night payday with that win, how do you deal with these kids, these young, inexperienced kids from a coaching perspective? Because you got to make sure they stay up and they keep working, but yet you got to continue to coach hard. Is that a tough situation for a coach to deal with?
Well, I would say 99% of the time it is. But I'm just extremely blessed this year because we have a bunch of good kids. We've got a bunch of good coaches, and everybody's got their mind on the right thing, and that's just getting better. And no matter win or lose, we're going to give glory to God. And, if we win, great. If we don't, hey, as long as we play hard and we play the way we're supposed to play, and let's just get better and let's be a stronger team. A lot of times the scoreboard isn't telling you really who you are. Mm-hmm. It tells you how that game ended on that Friday night about 9 o'clock at night. But it's not telling you who your team really is. And right now, I'm really proud and blessed of who and what kind of team we have.
And you need a short memory, right?
That's right. And they've had one all year. And we got to have one again Friday night. But they know it's Pell City. They know it's a rivalry. And I'm not worried one bit about will we come out and play hard. And that's a good feeling. There's been times where, you worry, I wonder if we're going to be up for this game or we're going to play hard. I don't worry one bit about if we're going to play hard Friday night. I know we're going to play hard. I can't guarantee you we're going to win, but I guarantee Pell City we're going to play you hard. We're going to hit you.
Speaking of Pell City, that is the next opponent on the schedule. This is a huge football game. When we come back, we'll talk more about that big region matchup. We'll also have our player spotlight for the week as we continue on the Jacket Corner. Stay with us.
Brody fires it out in the flat. Got his man.
And we're back on Jacket Corner. Time now for our player spotlight. This week, TV 24's Chase Robinson catches up with Oxford senior defensive lineman Lott Cates.
Senior defensive lineman Lott Cates is a huge part of the Oxford Yellow Jackets this season. His football career here at Oxford has not been exactly how he planned it, but he wouldn't trade it for anything.
Tradition in my family. Everybody in my family has played here at Oxford. And, my dad played here at Oxford, ward number 24. That's why I wear it. And to walk out on that field every Friday night and all the fans wear that black and gold, it's unbelievable. And I never felt another thing like it in my life, and I'll miss it when it's gone.
Every time we scheme on Sundays, we find a way to put Lott on whatever side we need to make sure that side gets squozed down, so to speak, so that we can bounce things out. And he does a great job doing that. Decent sized body, big kid, and he plays full speed, hard, real strong, does his job very well.
Last season, Cates tore his ACL in the season opener against Southside. For Lott Cates, he didn't just use this time to heal, but to help his teammates out as well.
Rough time, because I was really looking forward to the season. Rough time for me and my family both. Real emotional, but got healthy. Had a great surgery, great rehab. Got my knee back 100%, and it's been a real special part to be on this team. And with all these guys, these young guys that I could mentor in a way to get them ready to play next year, because we are a young team. And it's meant a lot because this defense has bought into our program. And the way we played, I've been real proud of it.
For the Jacket Corner, I'm Chase Robinson.
And Coach, probably one of the most interesting things about Lott is he's your biggest defensive player, and he only weighs 225 pounds. Says a lot about where you are this year, right?
Yeah. We're not the biggest team in the state this year, but I can tell you what, our hearts are big, and that's what I'm proud of. Lott's done an unbelievable job. I wish I could say when I was in high school I was as tough as Lott. Lott's had 2 ACL surgeries on the same knee. For him to be out there playing and playing like he plays is a testament to him and his raising. I know his mother's a great person. I can't speak for his dad. Can you?
I know him, so no comment. No, just kidding. Great guy.
But comes from a good family. Tough as they get. I'm proud to say I'm his coach.
Very good. Congratulations to Lott Cates coming back and making an impact this season. Well, Oxford will need his help and a lot more this Friday night. A big region matchup on the schedule as we take a look at the look ahead. Oxford travels to Pell City, the I-20 rivalry, but bigger than that is it's just such a key region game this year. And we'll go ahead and a good timing this season to take a look at the region standings out of 6A Region 3. Obviously, Opelika and Ben Russell and Chelsea up there as well. But, Coach, the big thing you're fighting for is a playoff spot, and you're right there. You control your destiny there because you've got Pell City on the schedule. This Friday night would be a huge win if you could get that region victory.
It is, and we were in the same situation last year, if you remember. We got to the Pell City game, and we had to win it, and we did. The kids went out there and responded well. We're in the same boat this year. We've got to go out there and win Friday night, and our kids know it. And then Pell City's in the same boat. They know it too. So, you got a rival game. You got playoff berth at stake. So, I expect it to be a good game.
We talked about your lack of size a moment ago. It's exact opposite for Pell City. This may be one of the biggest Pell City teams they've had in a while.
Yeah, this is the biggest as far as weight and height and size. Biggest team they've ever had. They're 300 pounds. All of them are more on the D-line. The offense line's huge. They've got big kids. They've got a big crop right now. But, like I said earlier, our hearts are big, and that's what matters most. And that's what's going to matter the most Friday night. Who plays with the most heart, who plays smartest, who plays the hardest. So I feel good about our chances.
Well, your defense gives you a chance every week offensively. How do you generate some points against them?
Well, we got to, and we've talked about it. We've been getting the ball out, good to the receivers. We got to catch the ball this week. We can't miss balls 40 yards down the field, and we've got to run the ball. We've got to keep them off balance. We can't let them pin ears back and know we're running or know we're passing. We've got to be balanced, but we've got to, our players that can play have got to make plays. And so, and Brody's done a good job all year of getting the ball out and getting it to people. We just got to catch it, and we got to make plays.
And hope your offensive line can play great against a big defensive front, right?
Yeah, that goes without being said. If the offensive line doesn't play well, it'll be hard to win. And they've been challenged this week. It's time for them to step up and play football.
All right. This should be a great game on Friday night. We'll be back with you again next week for all the highlights of Oxford and Pell City. Hope to see you then on the Jacket Corner.